What's going on, guys? Wei from Revolution here at the Tudor booth. So after this and my Rolex appointment, I'm just going to go home, right? Can I go?
Sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's it. I'm done. No, okay. I'm joking, of course. But these are two of the most exciting brands here at Watches and Wonders. And everyone is wondering what Tudor's been up to. Is it going to be a GMT in a new, more wearable size? Tell us about the Black Bay 58 GMT, sir.
All right, Black Bay 58 GMT is definitely, I'd say, the star of the show for us. Black and red bezel. It's the first glossy bezel in the Black Bay line. So that's interesting as far as design. We have a master chronometer movement. It's the first time we're offering a GMT movement in the mid-size category, MT54. And yeah, 39 millimeter.
Beautiful.
What better could you ask?
Well, you know, the thing is, I think everyone's been waiting for this size for your GMT. You know, you make one of the coolest GMTs around, but everyone was like, hey, can you make it a little bit smaller? Can you make it a little bit thinner? This is 39mm, just over 12mm in terms of thickness, and the styling on it is phenomenal. It's funny because the world was aflutter with like, is the Coke coming back? Is the Coke coming back? Well, the Coke bezel's back, dudes. It just happens to be a Tudor, and it's a stunning one as well. Tell us a little bit about these beautiful gilt indexes that we have on the bezel.
Yeah, so the touches of pink gold or age gold, call it whichever you want to be. It's really an effort to make it look vintage as opposed to the 41mm Black Bay GMT, which is much more black and white and modern looking. So with 41mm, you have something modern. With this one, it's more looking back.
It's wonderfully nostalgic, and I love that. I love the matte dial. I love the combination with also the pink gold or gilt track that we see on there, and the surrounds for the luminous indexes, and the hands with that very famous snowflake hour hand as well, and a snowflake GMT hand as well. It's very cool. It's an absolutely stunning watch. Let's try it on the wrist. Let's see. Do I have a wrist here? I'm going to ask my, Eleanor over here to help me out with my let's put this on.
So if the watch is not your size, you can always set it with the TV clasp. So that's also something that's interesting in this watch.
Tell me a little bit about the TV clasp.
Yeah, this is a system that allows you to finely tune the length of your bracelet. You have 8mm to play with. We call it the T-fit because basically you put the bracelet as a T and you can move it along the clasp. Like I said, playing with up to 8mm.
Dude, I have to say, this watch is absolutely fantastic, and it's really nice to see that Tudor is listening to what the customers want, and they've been waiting for this, but you've executed it in even a more beautiful way than we imagined, so bravo. So you mentioned that there was also a Tudor Black Bay 41, and that's actually a modern interpretation of a dive watch. It's more monochrome, it's more black and white. Let's talk about that. Oh, it's also in a Jubilee bracelet, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
We like to call it 5-link.
5-link
bracelet.
Right. Not Jubilee, 5-link.
Exactly. So this watch is 41mm in diameter. It is more monochromatic or black and white than what you would expect from a Black Bay, which could have a more sort of vintage look. And if you put the Black Bay 58 GMT next to this one, it becomes really clear. The difference in terms of color work and effect at the end of the day. What we have is I don't know if you can notice that, but a slightly satin sunbrush dial, which gives a slightly shiny effect to the dial. We have new bezel, new crown design, and a round lollipop hand, as some people call it, which are all signs of the new Black Bay aesthetic. And of course, as part of the effort of Tudor to go all the line master chronometer, this watch is master chronometer certified by Metas.
Wow. I just have to say the proportions are really great on this watch. Fantastic. You know, it's really interesting to me, Christophe. So I was just at the Rolex booth, and what you see there Okay, Rolex is to me a brand that doesn't even belong in the category with other watch brands. 15.1 billion Swiss francs at the retail level, at 1,200,000 watches, which means the average price point is 12,700 Swiss francs. And it has really elevated its game in terms of the type of materials it's using, such beautiful golds, which incidentally it forges itself. Incredible métier d'art dials as well, shown levy enamel last year for the puzzle. This year we see incredible mother of pearl dials as well. Wonderful gem setting. It is really elevated out of the previous kind of like sports luxury tool category. But what's amazing is that Tudor has come in to dominate that category now. Tell me why you think Tudor is the best value in the market for a sports watch.
Wow, that's $1 million question for sure. We offer a lot of watch for the money,
Right.
if you will. Master chronometer being the first and most obvious element of that.
Tell me about what is the stringent qualities of the master chronometer certification? How accurate do you have to be?
You have to be within a variation of 0 plus 5 seconds a day. The certification covers 5 pillars, so the watch needs to be Swiss made, of course. Then it certifies your power reserve and your waterproofness, so it doesn't give you a certain waterproofness or certain level of power reserve that you need to achieve, but it confirms independently that what your claim your watch can do is actually the reality. So if you
cool.
say that your watch is 70-hour power reserve,
It better
they
be.
confirm it.
Yes.
If you say that your watch is waterproof to 200 meters, they will test it as per the dive watch ISO standard to 250 meters and then confirm that it's actually waterproof to 200 meters. So that's for power reserve and waterproofness. Then you have the precision, we just mentioned it, 0 plus 5 second variation per day. And the last and probably the hardest to achieve is resistance to magnetic field, tested at up to 15,000 Gauss, which is basically what you find in a MRI, RM.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's the only place in the world where you would find
Okay, next
that
time I get
kind
an
of a-
MRI, which I hope is a really long time from now, I'm going to keep my Tudor on. I'm like, dude,
Absolutely.
it's fine. It'll be
Should.
the watch will be fine.
Absolutely.
No, but I really love that also because you're creating such a high quality watch at such a great price point. Another demonstration of incredible value is when you guys went from, at the time, outsourced movements to in-house movements. You only raised the price of your watches like $150, which is just a demonstration. And that was such a technically advanced movement as well. Silicone hairspraying as well. You know, it was such a great statement that Tudor's like, listen, we want to be unbeatable in terms of value, unbeatable in terms of quality as well. It is really the ultimate luxury tool watch now. You could put this watch on and go do some professional diving if you needed to, and you could take it off, go to the bar, and you still be the coolest guy in the room. Am I correct, sir?
Absolutely.
And finally, if I may ask you about one last watch, this pink beauty that's on my wrist.
Ah, you got it.
Indeed. I'm one of the lucky ones. So tell me a little bit about this watch and who gets to wear one.
Whoever there's wearing pink, if I may say so, can have it. There won't be millions made.
I hear very few will be made, actually.
Well, we've said that. We've said that. David Beckham wears one, that's for sure. Jay Chow wears one, that's for sure.
Right.
And pink is really just a color that is coming naturally into play, given our partnership with Inter Miami, given the fact that Jay Chow's signature color is pink, given that we're sponsored Giro, you know, the leader
Dude,
is wearing pink.
I have a pink Dogma. I have a pink Pinto. I can't ride it with because I need an e-bike for the ride we're going to go on, otherwise I'll die. And incidentally, I need to get back into shape. So they're also doing some amazing work also in cycling as well. You have an incredible ambassador who I believe is going to be on the booth today, Mr. Fabian Cancellara, aka Spartacus. Is he around?
Is gonna be.
Okay, so we're gonna come back and hang with him, but incidentally, this watch is awesome. It's a pleasure to wear it. Jay Chow, David Beckham, what's up, homies? I'm down with you. I'm down with the pink, and Christophe, you're the man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Peace.